My dudes, my guys, my freaking boys, we're gonna work on the daily today. All right, so if you follow the channel, you've seen my 2005 Honda Element. Been having issues with the clutch lately. Just like really intermittent, like won't go into gear type stuff. It's got brand new shift cables and all kinds of stuff like that. I have a gut feeling that the clutch master cylinder is bad. So this is what we got. It is a EM2 Civic. So when we get this out, I'll show you, but the factory Element clutches have like a delay valve in them. And in my head, that's just more stuff to go wrong, right? So the 2001 to 2005 Honda Civic, the base models, not the SIs, didn't have that. So in theory, this should be more reliable, right? I had tried adjusting the rod on the inside of the car out, and it worked for a couple months, and then it went dead again. As you can see, my Element has got a lot of surface rust on stuff, so I would not be surprised if the clutch line is just like destroyed. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and replace everything. This is a clutch master cylinder, the slave cylinder, and a braided line. So start tearing some stuff apart. So the first thing that I went and did was just kind of roughly hold this in place just to make sure it's going to line up decent. Something that I did notice is that this does not have the adapter in it for this. This might be an issue. When we swapped my girlfriend's EM2 Civic, the EP3 stuff was different than the EM2 stuff, and we were able just to like pull the thing out and do a bunch of stuff like that. But what I have to see now, I'll show you when we pull it out, but you basically pull a pin out and then you can pull the whole like top side of the stuff out, and it makes it a lot easier. But I think it's going to be a different thread pitch, so I don't think this is going to work, but we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling that master cylinder out. It's right down there. It's kind of a pain to get to. And up under the dash, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this at all. Probably not. But all the way up there at the top, if you just follow the top up, there's a cotter pin that holds the clutch rod on. So you'll see this on the inside. There's a pin that goes through here, and there's a cotter pin on that. You got to pull the cotter pin out of it, slide that pin out, and then that way you'll be able to pull all this out. And I did read online somewhere that it said that this rod is gonna have to get changed. So hopefully it doesn't, but I guess we're about to find out. Let's start yanking some stuff out and I'll update you guys. All right, good news if you're just replacing just your master cylinder. This is kind of what it looks like. This is that clutch delay valve part right here. It's two 12 millimeters that are here and here. You'll see them on the inside of the car. And then this is where that cotter pin goes. As you can see, I'd say this thing is pretty cooked. Judging that that's not supposed to move. And then you can see this one still has some adjustment. I had mine adjusted literally the max out that it would go, and it's just cooked. So this is what I wanted to show you guys though right here. So a lot of people try to undo it from here, and as you can see, this is all corroded. I would imagine a lot of your guys is going to be corroded too. So what I do is I pull this pin out here, and you should just be able to take a flathead screwdriver like this and put down inside of there like that and just pry it out. You might need some needle noses to finish getting out, and this whole piece will slide out, and then you're good. So I need two hands to do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop that out and then update you guys. You can see here's the pin. This pin, the new one, is just gonna go right into there, so we're gonna need that. But I need to take this out of here and try to break this stuff loose. Luckily, I kind of don't have to care if this line breaks. You should probably care if you're not replacing that line with a braided line. So if you aren't replacing that with a braided line, just when you go to loosen this, just make sure that this line isn't spinning also, because if it is, it'll snap and then you're in a world of trouble. I just need this out of here because I need this piece. So now that that thing's out, this should just slide on out of there like this. There it is. Boom. Now that's out. It's going to drip a little bit of brake fluid, which is not ideal on your paint, but that's okay. We'll clean it up. So there's that. And then I'm going to grab some tools and see if I can get this out of here. If you aren't familiar with doing stuff like this, go out and get yourself some line wrenches. These make your life so much easier. It's basically just the same thing as a wrench, except for it goes around further. So you can basically put it over there and then slide it down on top, and it gets more grip on this because these are very prone to stripping. The piece that I need is a 17 and the top is a 10. So if you know much about cars, Why did they do that? That seems a little outrageous. There you go. Dang, mine's actually gonna come out. Nice, dude. Love that. Boom, there we go. Got my piece out. Now we get to see if it fits the stuff that was supplied. Heck yeah, you can see the inside of there. It's got like a little indent. This has the opposite. So this is gonna go in here like this and then get tightened down. But as you can see, it threads in there perfect. So we love that. We love to see that. So we're good here. So we know that this is gonna work. Now, what I need to see, because like I said, I read something online, is to see if this and that length is gonna be about the same. So just grab our piece here, grab this piece here. Might be a little bit longer. Or hold on, I'll set you guys down for a second. Hopefully you guys can see here. No, dude, I think they're good. I think people are just tripping. Here, it's like the same exact thing. Yeah, so we should be good. So we can go ahead and I'm gonna tighten. Let's see, where's it at? I'm gonna tighten this up first, and then I'll go ahead and slide her down in there, and then put our pin back in, and then that'll be ready to go back in. Easy peasy. All right, so we know that this is going to be a 17 because we just took it out. And what's this top one now? 14? Yeah, 14 will work. So we'll tighten these two up real quick. And you don't have to get it too tight because it is aluminum, so it will strip it. So you don't want to get too crazy with it. Set these tools down. All right, now we can go ahead and clean some of this up. It's got a bunch of corrosion and stuff in there. All right, so we can go ahead and set this guy down in there. There it is, pop down in there perfect, just like that. So it should sit flush. You might have to use a little bit of pressure. Then take our pin and slap our pin down in there. You're probably gonna wanna use a hammer for this. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 17mm hammer right here. See if I can get this thing in there. All right, we're good. We're nice and flush. Everything looks good. This was opened up. One of these has a slit in it. It was opened up. It's kind of a safety so it can't back out, but I'm very convinced it's not coming out. All right, so we got that. What I can also do is I can put our line on here for a reservoir, and then that'll be done. That'll be easy. So I'll do that right now and then go ahead and slap this guy back in. I guess it should also be noted that you're supposed to bench bleed these things. I literally never have. So there's that. So if we run into problems, I know why. But yeah, to bench bleed it, basically you'd put this on a bench and you'd run a line from like here out into a reservoir, and then from here back into a reservoir, and you would just keep pumping this guy back and forth and let this fill up with fluid. I don't really worry about it because in my head, like, it should fill up anyway. That's the way it works. So maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and slap this thing in now. All right, I got that thing in there. I see why they say you might have to replace that, the rod in there, because I think this one might be a little bit too long, but let's find out. Let's just put it back together and see what happens. All right, so that's in there for now at least. Now we have to get the slave cylinder, which is under the intake manifold, and I'm 100% sure it's gonna be a huge pain to take out. So I'm going to see what I think is gonna be the easiest way to do this. And then I will update you guys when I get it figured out, because I have never done one of these on an Element, so let's see. All right, so you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but the bolts are like, if you look down through there, there's two bolts. There's one there, and then the one's like kind of more like right there. That one you can see. You know how they say there's a tool for every job? I think I have the tool for this, because I can't get enough leverage to like reach down in there and do what I need to do. But break old girl out. Old girl. So I don't know, this is probably a 2-foot extension. I should be able to reach it from outside the car and have plenty of leverage on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this bad unit up and see if it'll work. I'm pretty sure it will. All right, let's go ahead and put our 12 on the end here and figure out where we need to fish it down through. there is literally perfect. Oh, look at that, dude. It does not get literally any better than this. There it is. There's one bolt, and before I crack that one all the way loose, because I don't want everything swinging around, I'm gonna go ahead and knock the other one loose. Just make sure you're all the way on these things, because if you strip it, it looks like it's gonna be a pain to get to. All right, there we go. Love to see that. All right, I just cut the line because when I was pulling the other line out, it rotted away and broke anyway. And like I said, I'm replacing all of it. So now all I gotta do is mimic this setup. It's got this little washer thing on there, which I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. So I guess I'll try to slap that on the new stuff if it'll fit. And then go ahead and finish getting the rest of this line out. It'll probably just get cut out. And then install the new slave cylinder. And then we can start bleeding it, and then hopefully we'll have a freaking clutch, dude. That'd be sick. All right, the GoPro's about to die, so I'm trying to be fast, but I did run into my first issue. I got everything together and the clutch wouldn't bleed, or it wouldn't bleed. These are definitely a different size. So this is one out of the factory one, this is one out of the Civic one. I now have to put this one in there. The issue is it's two different styles. This one was like a C-clip and that one was a clip, and the clip went flying and I don't know where the clip went. So I'm gonna try to put the C-clip in there and hopefully that'll work, but you have to use the parts from that one. So you're basically only using the rod from this one inside of that one. So what I'm getting at is this got really complicated really fast for no reason. So I'm gonna put it together and hopefully figure it out. Hopefully I can find that pin. I'm gonna look for it, or the spring. I'm gonna look for it a little bit more, but I'm 900% sure it's gone. All right, everything is back together now. It only fought me a lot, but the clutch is working. So that's always good. You can see, I might have to adjust it some. I haven't tried to start it yet, but waiting for a customer to pick some stuff up and then we'll go test drive this girl. All right, so it drives pretty good. There's a car coming, but we can beat him. So it drives pretty good. It goes into gear like super easy, which is nice. But overall, not worth it, dude. You like don't really notice a difference like at all. So yeah, not worth it. But I guess it's the end of that one. If you guys are wondering about this mod, I did it. I did it. Not worth it. Not worth it. Just put a regular Element clutch match cylinder in here. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you later. Peace.